Good morning. Happy Thursday. It's almost Friday and that's super exciting. This week has gone by so fast. So it's Thursday. I'm at school. I think I said in last week's vlog that I'm pretty much working from school every day. We have the option to work from school or home. However, it's just a lot easier for me to work from the school site. I was even going to work from home today because Eloise was going to be gone at my parents' house, and so I thought maybe I would just stay home today. But then yesterday, I was trying to think of all the things I wanted to bring home that I use here at school, and now I'm kind of used to using it that it just wasn't, it was too much stuff to pack up, and I was like, I'm just gonna go to school. So it's just kind of easier, I feel to separate my work and my home, just to come here and just get my job done. And then I get here early in the morning because she's sleeping, so it's I wouldn't see her anyway. I feed her and then I pretty much just leave. So I get here early in the morning, and then I just leave right at contract time to go home, so I don't stay late at all. Not that I have as much, I have definitely a lot less to do with distance learning than I did with not distance learning, and I shouldn't say less to do, but I have a lot of different things that aren't they don't take as much time, making copies and all that kind of stuff is just extra little things that I don't have to do when we're doing distance learning. I can just basically do all the stuff that I would have normally done, all my planning and everything like that, but those little tiny things like making copies or cleaning up the classroom or anything like that, I don't obviously have to do. So it cuts down a little bit of my time in the afternoon. I can really just leave at 3:30 because I can just leave my classroom the way it is. I don't have to prep for the following morning. I can just do it when I get here, if that makes sense. So yeah, today is back to school night. It's our virtual back to school night, obviously. So I'm gonna go home for that because it's not until 5:30, and I don't want to stay here till 7. So I'm gonna go home right after school, obviously, and then just do it from my house. It's kind of a weird back to school night because I've already met with every single parent, and I've fully explained our class and everything that we do, and they've obviously been rocking and rolling for the past 2 weeks now, and so it's just kind of a weird back to school night because I'm I don't know what I'm going to talk about. I have a feeling it's going to be a lot of questions more from parents, and then me just reiterating things that maybe aren't getting done, or being done slightly incorrectly by a lot of kids or anything like that. So I think that's gonna be kind of what it is. I'm gonna put together a slideshow, but they already know me. They don't really need to learn about me. And a lot of them, I've had, way more contact in the last 2 weeks probably with parents than I have, in an entire school year, just because I'm, constantly, talking to them because they're at home, they're the ones at home doing all this stuff with them. So it's just kind of a weird back to school night. So yeah, that's kind of today. And then I actually wanted to show you. I think I showed this last year. My friend, my partner from last year, gave this to me. I don't remember. Oh, I think it was Valentine's Day. And I never really got to use it because she gave it to me on Valentine's Day, and then we obviously went out of school in March. But she gave this to me, and I used it maybe once or twice when after she had given it to me, and then I just kind of got busy and I didn't really plan out my stuff that well. And this, though, has been such a lifesaver with distance learning because I think because I'm sitting at my desk so much, I can quickly just jot things down, and then I can really plan out my day of the things that have to be done. And I also think it helps with me being able to leave at 3:30. I'm just very I gotta get this done today, and this is my plans for every day. So I think it's really helped me to kind of stay organized to, sorry, it's kind of I just realized the camera's not showing it very well, but basically it just plans out my days. And it's got this other stuff. I don't really use all of it, but mainly just making my to-do list for each day so I can make sure that I don't forget anything. And then I can quickly jot down notes when I'm on a Zoom call with kids or, a phone call or anything like that. So I'm going to prep for the day because I do have a meeting once it's contract time. So I'm going to prep my stuff for the day, and then I will catch up with you guys later today. Okay, it's the end of the day, and it was actually kind of an easy day. One of my groups, the Zoom wasn't working, so the kids couldn't get in, and so I just couldn't do my group, so I got like a little bit of extra working time today, so that was really nice. I was going to show you guys my back to school night presentation. It's literally like so basic, so just like nothing to it, but I figured I'd show you. Like I said this morning, since I've already met with every parent and we've already been like rocking and rolling, and like nothing is going to really change at this point unless it's like something small, I didn't feel the need to like have all this extra stuff and like repeat everything that I've already said. So yeah, that's why I kind of just did the way I did. But okay, so back to school night, and let me see if I just click through. Okay, let me hold my screen like this. That'll be easier. All right, so I've got videos that we have to show. So we have like the school video that has like different people in it explaining who they are. And then we're, I guess advertising would be the word. I don't know. We're trying to get people to sign up for the census for the county, because it is census here. All right, so then I have a little about me. I need to add some more pictures. They're just on my, well, actually this is my home computer, but they're on my flash drive at home, not my home computer. So I'm going to do that when I get home. And then I just put on here, so I have a page of updates and reminders. So basically this is anything that has changed since meeting with me on the phone before school started. And most of the stuff they already know, because I've already told them over Dojo. We've already been doing it, but it's just kind of a reminder in case they didn't catch it or something, because it was things that like I changed this week. For example, like I started doing live math this week. And so I wanted just to remind them, because there's still some kids that are not going, and I just want to make sure that they're not going just because they don't want to. And then like I'm going to start doing books with Brooks starting next week, and that's just going to be like going through the story. So rather than them doing the reading through a video, they're going to already have read the story, and then we're going to come together and have a discussion, and then talking about like the skills that we're kind of working on for that week. And we're only going to do it twice a week. So that's going to be something new that I will explain to them. And then next week guided reading starts, so that's going to go on there. And just telling them that like reminder of like they should be really probably working until about 2:30, because I see some kids logging off at like 1:30 and then they're not on anymore. So, and then Zoom expectations, so just reminding them of like what the expectation is while they're on Zoom. I'm not like super picky about, you know, like, I don't know. It's like, it's kind of hard to be picky when you're a flexible seating classroom, and I'm like, I would let you lay down in the classroom. So if you're laying down at home but you're working, I don't have like a super big deal with it, but still just kind of like reminding them of the expectations of just kind of make sure they're not messing around, because I do see some kids like messing around, keeping microphone off and camera on if possible, all that kind of stuff, being on time. And then I'm basically just going to open it up to questions. So I have a slide of how-to questions. So this is for parents to ask, like, I can't remember how to do this, please show me how to do this, or give me ideas of videos that I can film to add to our class website, which I am going to show you our class website eventually. There's so much on it that's like not able to be shown, that for like privacy reasons that I have to figure out how to show you, but I do want to show you guys. So I'll open it up to that. So kind of like organize the way we're asking questions. And then I plan on doing like what changes you'd like to see. I don't know if this is going to be me opening up a can of worms, but I basically just said like, what are things that will make things easy? What are some things that I can do to make things easier for you or your child? And what are some suggestions that I can take into consideration? And then I just put like a little note down here that just says, please remember that we're still learning and things will slowly get easier for them. We may not need to change something, but rather just get used to it. So rather than like, I want them just to understand that like not everything needs to be changed just because it seems hard. It might just be something that they need to get used to. So, and then that's literally the end of it. So as I go home today, if I like think of something else I want to add to it, I just didn't feel like I needed all the normal like stuff of explanations of things, just because I feel like my parents this year are really on it. And they just kind of have got it down. So I don't know. And we've already like met with them, and I've already talked to them a lot, and I just like, we keep each other updated. So I just didn't really feel the need for it, but yeah. So if I can think of anything on the way home, then I'll add it, but I just don't think that I need to. So my room is officially driving me crazy. It is a mess in here, and I just, every day I like look at it and I'm like, yeah, not today, but it's a mess. They come in here over summer and they clean, and they kind of like rearrange everything because they clean the carpets, which is great, but and they clean like the countertops and everything, so the room just gets like totally like in shambles. And so it's a mess. And like normally, well, every day I've been coming in and I'm just like, yeah, not today, I don't really care. But now I'm officially to the point where I'm starting to care, because it's starting to just kind of like annoy me how messy it is. Like I can see it in the background of my calls and it just drives me crazy. But I don't really have the time to clean it. Or not really clean it. It doesn't need to be cleaned. It just needs to be organized and straightened back up and put back to the way it goes. And I think the biggest thing is this wall is driving me crazy, because I look over here and that's what I see. And it just like, because I can see it like directly from my desk. It's just like in my like sight. And it just drives me crazy to look at it, because that wall used to be so cute. And it's just not cute anymore. I also have all of our plexiglass for, I guess, when we do eventually come back. I really don't know, like, I don't know. This is all like plexiglass shields. Yeah, it's crazy. And then I have all these workbooks that like they organized in a way that I wouldn't have organized it, which is totally fine. But now I'm like trying to figure out what I want to do with them, because I would have kept like the books just together, like the same book together, rather than doing it in sets. But I understand why they did this, because they thought that maybe we would give all the books out to the kids, but I didn't want to do that because they would lose them. And if we get back to school, then we need those books. So yeah. Anyway, my room's a mess. I want to clean it. It's back to school night. I need to go home so I can eat dinner before back to school night. My chair is really squeaky, and I feel like the kids probably think that I fart all day long. Because my chair is so squeaky, and every time I move it just like, so I am pretty sure that they probably think that I'm just farting, and then it's okay. So I'm gonna go, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm trying to make my vlog shorter, only because I'm able to get up videos easier if I make them shorter, because it doesn't take me as long to edit if I don't have as many clips. So I'm trying to make things just kind of like shorter and a little bit less for me, and then I'm able to get them up. So hopefully you liked that, and I will catch you guys in my next vlog.